Former New York Yankee Johnny Damon has made a shocking statement by saying the New York Yankees are better now than when they had Juan Soto through the offseason acquisitions that the New York Yankees did make, even though it included losing Juan Soto to the New York Mets. And we're going to break it all down. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Yankees Digest. It's Chris here. And if you guys like the content, you know what's coming. Make sure to subscribe. It helps us out a ton at Yankees Digest. 20% of people watching this are subscribed. So if you guys like the content, make sure to subscribe. You can also find me on Knicks Digest and on Jets Digest if you guys are interested in those sports. However, let's jump in and talk about this because Johnny Damon, the former New York Yankee that we all know and love, he thinks the Yankees are better without Juan Soto. It's not against Juan Soto at all. He's just talking about the acquisitions the New York Yankees made and thinks the New York Yankees did a great job with their offseason acquisitions and believes that they're a better team now than they were when they had Juan Soto. Now, the Yankees obviously made 4 big acquisitions this offseason, signing Max Fried, acquiring Cody Bellinger, trading for Devin Williams, and then signing Paul Goldschmidt. I don't know why that had trouble. I had trouble saying that right there. But look, Johnny Damon believes that what the New York Yankees did has led to them being a better team now. Taking a look at what Damon had to say, he said he's an amazing player, meaning Soto. When the Yankees couldn't get Juan Soto, they were able to go out and get a number of all-stars where the team may actually be better now. You have more quality players around. And on top of that, he said, Juan Soto is going to win you so many games. But all those other players, you need them to help out for 162 games. I think the Yankees are in a really good spot. Now, look, there's no way around it. That's completely 2 different statements that Johnny made. One of them, yes, Juan Soto's going to win you a lot of games. That's why he had one of the highest WARs in the MLB, because Juan Soto is just that good. We all know he's that guy. None of us are arguing that. Juan Soto's a phenomenal baseball player. The New York Mets got one of the best players in the MLB, and congratulations to them. However, I think a lot of Yankees felt the way that they knew that if the Yankees paid Juan Soto, they were done paying people for a long time because Hal Steinbrenner was willing to go to $760 million over that contract to give Juan Soto to keep him in pinstripes. That is a ton of money. They were done offering free agency contracts after that. They were not going to be getting anyone else. It was Juan Soto and then finding scraps around, and that's about it. The problem is the Yankees didn't live up to paying all that money. Now, they might be waiting till next offseason when they're looking towards a couple different options. Kyle Tucker will definitely be on their radar. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is a free agent. He'll be on their radar. Obviously, another great talent from Japan coming over. They're going to be all over any Japanese talent until they obviously all go to the Dodgers, every single one of them ever, because, well, that's just the world we live in. But the New York Yankees did make a lot of good acquisitions where they brought in Cody Bellinger, a player that's going to help them out so much. It makes them such a better defensive team with Cody Bellinger playing center field and probably some first base if Paul Goldie's taken off a few games or something, or gets hurt for a game or two, or just wants a day off or something like that. Or maybe doesn't want a day off, but is given a day off. So we'll see that. On top of that, we're going to see Devin Williams be an elite closer and have Luke Weaver as the 8th inning setup guy and potentially pitching the 7th inning as well, helping the Yankees defense. The Yankees brought in Goldie, as we've mentioned, an elite first baseman on defense to this day, an MVP just 2 years ago. Maybe can find a hitting resurgence playing on a great contending team in the New York Yankees, the favorites to make the World Series out of the American League. On top of that, bringing in Max Fried, the best ground ball pitcher over the last 5 years to the New York Yankees, along with now an elite infielding team. The Yankees still need to sign another infielder. For my money, I think it's going to be Brendan Rodgers. But there's a couple names out there that the Yankees are looking at, and it's going to be a great fielder. The Yankees' defense is going to be phenomenal this season. Now, yes, their offense got a lot worse because they don't have Juan Soto, but Cody Bellinger's a fine offensive player. And look, there's just no way to fully replace what this guy did for the New York Yankees. We're going to make his stats a little bit bigger because, look, 7.9 WAR. I hate looking at his stats, dude. Now that he's not on the Yankees, it really annoys me. 41 home runs, batting average of 288, OPS at 989, OPS plus at 178, 569 slugging percentage, 419 on base percentage, lefty. You're not going to be able to replace that. There's very few guys in the MLB who are better than Juan Soto is at hitting. There's a lot of guys better at fielding than Juan Soto, but there's very few guys in the MLB better than Juan Soto is at hitting a baseball. And the Yankees, they were not going to be able to replace that. However, they made a lot of moves. Cody Bellinger, 2.2 WAR. That's part of the way adding up to the 7.9 from the free agents who they brought, or not the free agents, but from the acquisitions they made. Former MVP, trying to get back to that play. Gives the Yankees a lefty bat. Gives them a great outfielder who's an elite defender as well. Average OPS for sure. 18 home runs on the year. But remember, Soto's not going to hit 41-plus home runs again. He doesn't have the Judge protection. I'm not saying Soto needs Aaron Judge to be great. I'm just saying I think his home runs are going to go down because there's going to be less of a need to throw him strikes with no Aaron Judge behind him. Now, yes, Soto's still going to be great, but it's just a tidbit to add that his WAR is probably going to go down a little bit. 2.2 WAR for Cody Bellinger, playing on a contending Yankees team. This will be interesting to see how he fares on a contender after really falling apart on the Dodgers, but then kind of remaking himself on the Cubs, still being a very solid player. On top of that, you have Devin Williams, 1.4 WAR, continuing to add up, 1.25 ERA. Obviously didn't play as much as he usually does because he was dealing with injury. Whip under 1 because he's disgustingly good. 14 saves because even though he only played 22 games because he's disgustingly good. Devin Williams, arguably the best closing pitcher in baseball. The Yankees got an absolute insane talent in Airbender for very cheap, which is awesome. They didn't need Nestor Cortez, went out and got someone who's just going to literally be this massive, massive achievement for the massive upgrade for the Yankees over anyone who was in their bullpen before, especially when you compare him to Clay Holmes. Now, obviously, Luke Weaver was great, and Luke Weaver's still there, getting to be a setup guy. The Yankees maybe have a chance to make this a 6-inning ball game, something we know the Yankees like to do. Have those starters pitch 6 innings, throw in Luke Weaver for 2 innings, throw in Devin Williams to close that thing out, have Airbender figure that out at the end. It's going to be great to watch. The Yankees got talent on this team. Max Fried, 3.5 WAR. It's adding up. It's adding up to that 7, and the Yankees have a lot of players and a lot of pitching now that's a lot better. 3.25 ERA, which is above his career average. One of the worst ERAs that Max Fried has had in his career, but the New York Yankees know how dangerous this guy is. 11-10 win-loss record because the Braves were only so amazing this year. You know, they're pretty damn mid. But still, Max Fried, we know how good he is. I mean, the man's just an absolute superstar pitcher. The Yankees did a great job there. On top of that, you got Goldie. Look, I know he's not the same player he used to be. I get that, but Paul Goldschmidt is still a great fielder. He still gives you defense. 1.3 WAR, OPS 716. I think Paul Goldschmidt's going to have a better season than he's had over the last 2 years because he's going to be playing in a situation where he has to give it everything he's got so the Yankees can try it. They're in win now mode. The Yankees are trying to win a World Series right now. And yeah, climbing the hill when the Dodgers are sitting atop is tough. But baseball is not a guarantee. Nothing in baseball is a guarantee. So we could absolutely see the Yankees win a World Series. And we're seeing multiple holes get filled where if the Yankees signed Soto, they weren't going to be filling these holes. This is huge for the New York Yankees. Now also, taking a look here. As Johnny Damon mentioned, I do think the Yankees have a better chance to win the World Series this year. It's always tough to win. I was fortunate to win 2 times in my career, but you get to the postseason, pitchers get hot, players get hot, and sometimes the best team doesn't win. At the end of the day, it's your team pulling in the same direction. It's your team getting the job done. And Cody Bellinger, Max Fried, all these guys are going to add up. The Yankees are going to have a disgusting, I mean flat out disgusting playoff pitching rotation. You can really go with any of them. I mean, Garrett Cole, number 1, obviously, best pitcher in the MLB. Max Fried right behind him. Carlos Rodon or Luis Gil as your 3rd guy. You can really have a 4th guy just in case as well. The Yankees are in excellent, excellent position to start winning. The WARs, look, we'll do a little WAR math real quick, just because why not? Soto's at 7.9. 2.2 plus 1.4. You guys are going to see how bad at math I am right now. 3.6. 3.6 plus 3.5. I know someone's screaming at me. 7.1. 7.1 plus 1.3. 8.4. It's insane that Juan Soto can get that much when we just listed off 4 guys who are all great baseball players. But still, the Yankees got more wins over replacement. They got more holes filled. I'm not saying they're better off because they lost Juan Soto, but the New York Yankees are not going to fall off because they lost Juan Soto. Johnny Damon is right about this. I really agree with Johnny Damon. I think the Yankees did a great job this offseason. I don't think they're done. I think they're going to find another guy who could be a bat. I really want them to find a contact bat. And yeah, they could use another guy who could hit with some power, but they will probably try to see if they have enough power. And then if they don't, they'll figure that out at the trade deadline. But I want to know what you guys think down below. So like this video, subscribe, leave a comment on Johnny Damon's thoughts, on my thoughts. Do you guys agree? Do you disagree? Let me know. Have a great day. Subscribe. Go Yankees.